Have you ever thought to yourself, man, I really wish I wasn't alone in my gross room all the time. I wish I had some of those cat girls I always see in anime that love me. Well, unfortunately, I can't solve that for you, but I know something that can, and it rhymes with Wenko... What? Okay, fine, this video is about NEKOPARA. I'm very aware that the title of this video is very hyperbolic. However, I need you guys to just hear me out for 1 second, okay? But I say this with 100% seriousness. This is an on God, for real, no cap, honest act stitch we got here. NEKOPARA is by far and away the most important game in my entire life, hands down. If I had never found this game, I would not be in the position where I am today. I simply would just cease to exist as a person without this game. If it wasn't for me scrolling through the YouTube app back in like 2015 on my Xbox 360, I wouldn't be the filthy piece of degenerate that I am today, you know, being a fucking VTuber, constantly commissioning lewd art of myself and constantly being a horny little gremlin online and screeching about how much I love. However, it is still debatable on whether that is a good or a bad thing. And I found this game at the very sweet and innocent and very young age of 12. And, you know, I found it through this little known YouTuber. You know, he's not that really big of a deal nowadays. You probably don't know him. He goes by the Anime Man. That Anime Man, the one who is a, lollygod.
What, are you scared of a little 4-letter word?
But the Anime Man's playthrough was my first introduction to NEKOPARA. So imagine a 12-year-old Panky sitting on this gaming floor chair, and I would just sit down for like 3 hours, and I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna watch NEKOPARA in the living room where my family can all see it. That's just how I spent my nights. It was a great time. Honestly, I kind of wish I could go back to that time in my life. What great memories. But for the uninitiated, NEKOPARA is a visual novel that was released all the way back on the lovely day of December 30th, 2014. And you may say, oh, Panky, what the fuck is a visual novel? And let me answer that. I will answer that for you. A visual novel is a novel with visuals. Fucking crazy, right? NEKOPARA is very loosely considered a game. NEKOPARA is not a game in the slightest. It is a book. And that is where that sentence ends. Now, some visual novels may give you some sort of alternate choice or path or alternate endings, etc. Like the Fate visual novels, right? No, NEKOPARA, you just reading. There is nothing else. Dog, NEKOPARA tricked me into reading a book with the allure of hot, sexy cat girl porn. What the fuck? Your Honor, NEKOWORKS tricked me into reading a book.
Yeah, but have you seen the Azuki sex scene?
She, dog, you right. That scene was fire, though. Yeah, who the f reads in the year 2023? If you're reading a book in the year 2023, what the f is wrong with you? Just listen to a goddamn audiobook. Holy shit. Anyway, NEKOPARA doesn't really have any plot to speak of, though. I mean, of course, there's the plot, right? But it is effectively a slice of life series, though. It has about as much plot as a slice of life series would have. Holy shit, the grocery store arc. Oh my god, I wonder what they're gonna get. Oh no, the neat main girl of the series doesn't want to go to school. Holy crap, she's just like me for real, guys. But occasionally NEKOPARA will throw in some plot points that we follow through the visual novels, like, oh, these two sisters don't like each other and they hate each other, so you need to repair their relationship, or Vanilla and Chocolate are horny as shit and they will die unless you don't give them dick, so you better take them to Flavor Town with your cock in their mouth right now. Things like that, right? But the hook of the series is that you're playing as this guy named Casual, who is pursuing his career as a baker, so he moved out of his childhood home. And surprise, surprise, in his luggage when he was moving out, his two favorite cat girls just managed to sneak into his luggage, you know? And now he's stuck with taking care of two very beautiful cat girls, and he doesn't want any part of it for some reason. Who would want to do that, right? I mean, I certainly want to take care of these absolute baddies, right? I mean, I genuinely have zero idea why anyone would be mad about taking care of two clingy cat girls, especially when those two cat girls are this Personally, Casual is a better man than me because you already know if I just randomly stumbled across a couple of cat girls on the streets that were as hot as Chocolate and Vanilla, you already know I would have pulled at that blicky and been like, you're coming with me and this isn't negotiable. I completely forgot to mention this, by the way. In this universe, cat girls age just a little bit differently from humans, right? You know, nothing that major, but Chocolate and Vanilla, these two very sexy, cute, and most importantly, very adult looking women, well, they're actually 9 months old. Hell yeah, baby, time to rob this bank.
Panky, no, please don't rob the bank. Think of the children.
God fucking damn! Oh. The thing about NEKOPARA is that it takes place in a world where humans just casually own cat girls. This is essentially just a slave owner society, but everyone is chill with it. Cat girls need owners or they will be actively arrested on site.
You're sheltering enemies of the state, are you not?
Yes.
You're sheltering them underneath your floorboards, aren't you?
Yes.
This is racism to the highest degree. The only thing keeping them from being arrested like that is by passing a Bell test, which essentially proves that they can function in human society. It's like passing the bar for law school, except instead of becoming a lawyer, you just get rights. Not all rights, but some rights. Effectively, you own 2 slaves that are technically a different race to you, that are very clingy. You have lewd activities with them, and you make them work for you for free. God, I just fucking love Japan. I want to move to Japan. Right now. Now, I've already touched on them quite a bit, but the main 2 cat girls that your character owns in the series are Chocolate and Vanilla. Now, on one hand, we have Chocolate, where she suffers from dumb bimbo syndrome, and she cannot be by herself for more than 5 seconds without f***ing everything up. And most importantly, she is an absolute horny sex fiend.
ご主人様、ショコラのムラムラと伝わりましたかにゃ。もう何度も何度もショコラとエッチしてるんですから。
Chocolate is your most bog standard waifu of NEKOPARA. She has big boobs, she has a nice booty. What more could you want in a woman, am I right, fellas? And on the other hand, we have Vanilla, where she is the sarcastic asshole of the series, where she will constantly bully and berate you and let you know when you're an idiot, and she will call you a horny pastry puffer to your face.
リンがエッチパティシエだとは思わなかった。変態、スケベ、エッチパティシエ。
And when I was first getting invested into NEKOPARA personally, I was a Vanilla fan at the start. I mean, who isn't a fan of a nice petite girl with a nice budding chest and a nice little curvy butt? If the ice cream duo of cat girls aren't really your flavor, then we have plenty of other cat girls for you to choose from in this series. Starting off with Coconut, where she is the youngest of all the cat girls and she is the most voluptuous. Then on the opposite end of the spectrum, we have Azuki, where she is the not so voluptuous of all the cat girls, and she is a tsundere. These two will be interacting a lot. Then we have Maple, she's normal, and on the opposite end of the spectrum we have Cinnamon, where she is not normal and she is insane. And then there are a couple other bonus cat girls like Frace and Milk, but unfortunately we never get an H scene with Milk. I know, L NEKOPARA, literal skill issue. However, if you have any semblance of a brain cell at all, then we all know that Azuki is the best and hottest girl in the entire NEKOPARA franchise by far. Azuki is where it's at, baby, dude. Holy shit, there is a scene. Look, guys, I'm not a piss baby, right? However, hear me out, guys. In Azuki's first H scene, there may or may not be a part in the H scene where Azuki pisses herself out of embarrassment. And I'm just saying, that was kind of the hottest thing I've ever seen ever, especially as a 7th grader. That shit was eye-opening. But I know what you guys are really here for, right? Man, can this loser shut the fuck up? Alright, let's talk about today's sponsor, Chibi. Hey, do you remember that one scene from ReZero? You know the one I'm talking about. The one where Subaru drinks Echidna's piss.
言ってしまえば僕の体液だ。
And have you ever thought to yourself,
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
unfortunately, I can't let you drink echidna's piss. However, I can give you the next best solution through chibi teas. Chibi tea offers a wide variety of anime and otaku themed teas, from strawberry cream tea, blue dragon chai tea, and my personal favorite, the black mojito tea. But don't you worry, my sussy little boy kissers, I got you covered too. We got the marzipan rose tea. Look at how pretty he is. Don't you just want your boy's little ears? And we got pomegranate Egyptian mint tea. So if you want to pick up a bag of your own amazing anime girl themed teas and live out your dream of being just like Subaru and ReZero, then click the link in the description and use code Panky for 10% off your chibi tea purchase. It'll help support me, and you'll be able to drink the tea of hot anime men and women mascots. Man, what a great sponsor, Panky. Alright, let's move back to the regularly scheduled video. You guys want to hear all about that plot, lore, and world building. Don't worry, I got you guys covered. Yeah, but like I said earlier, I was exposed to NEKOPARA through the anime man, aka Joey from Trash Taste, as some of you might know him. I would religiously watch all of his Let's Play videos of NEKOPARA, and during some of the spicier moments of the playthrough, it would fade to black and show the aftermath of whatever happened, and Joey would be like, oh, that was probably the R18 scene. And I was like, R18 scene? What is that?
ご主人様。ガラガラガラ。
And there was probably like a full scene there in the R18 version, but this is the Steam version, so I guess we'll leave it up to your imagination. I'm sure you know what the fuck we did. Come on now.
That's when I had the big brain idea to look up H scene on Google to see what the YouTube version skipped. And that, my friends, is how you introduce a 5th grader with unrestricted internet access to the lovely and amazing world of hentai. Every single H scene is absolute fucking cinema. NEKOWORKS just does not miss. And one of the best parts about the H scenes that nobody talks about is the very specific track called 𝙘𝙖𝙖𝙣𝙚𝙚, which plays in the background of every single H scene in the entire franchise, no matter what. I love 𝙘𝙖𝙖𝙣𝙚. It is like a sleeper agent code for my dick, and it pairs so well with every single one of the H scenes. It's perfect. This is the official NEKOPARA H scene tier list. So I'm gonna start this off by saying I'm a fake NEKOPARA fan, and I'm sorry. I have barely played Volume 3, and I have touched 0% of Volume 4. I have, however, played all of Volume 1 and Volume 2. At some point, I do plan on playing Volume 3 and 4 at some point. However, unfortunately, I just haven't gotten around to them, so there are going to be a few entries here where I can't really speak much on them. So we got 10 plus nuts, 5 plus nuts, less than 3 nuts, 1 nut, and 0 nuts. So we're going to start off with the 0 nuts tier, okay, guys? So that's going to be most of the scenes from Volume 4 and Volume 3. The scene between cinnamon, chocolate, and coconut, that goes into the 0 nuts category. All of them have big boobs. I'm just more of a petite guy, you know? That's just how I am, you know? What can I say? Lollies do be kind of fire, though. All of the scenes between Maple and Cinnamon are going to go into 0 nuts as well. Another case of they have big boobies. I'm not a fan of big boobies. Now, this scene right here specifically is between Azuki, Vanilla, and Maple. Like I said, not watched this scene personally. However, this does have 3 fairly petite characters, and it does have Azuki, which is the best girl in the entire series, hands down. So we're going to put this at the top of the 0 nut tier, you know, just in terms of the characters alone. This is an S tier, clearly, but I have not nutted to it personally. This is another Volume 4 scene between Vanilla and Chocolate. However, all of those scenes are just absolutely fire. They are super hot. All of them are worth a watch. Same idea with the Azuki and Coconut scenes. These ones are also very, very hot every single time they pop up, but that's a Volume 4 one, so I just haven't gotten around to nutting to it, you know? It's on my 2 nut list. So now we are left with all of the scenes that I have nutted to at least 1 time. So straight up, we're just gonna put Azuki in 10 plus nuts. That's S tier, obviously. So this introduced me to my piss kink. This introduced me to my breeding kink. This introduced me to just how hot petite girls are in general. This one is a S tier. Everything about it is absolutely perfect in my eyes. This H scene right here, this is an absolute classic chocolate and vanilla scene. All of them are great. This one has gone in 5+ nuts at least. In fact, let's just get all of the vanilla and chocolate ones out of the way real quick. This one is going in less than 3 nuts. This is a good one. This is from volume 1 after the date scene where you take them to the aquarium, and that shit was so good. Oh my god. Right here, so this is the volume 1 vanilla scene and the volume 1 chocolate scene. These two right here are going in 1 nut each. They're good, they're really good, and especially the chocolate one was fantastic. It's just once I discovered the vanilla and chocolate scene at the end of volume 1, I was like, that's my go-to for volume 1 right there. Why would you ever pick these two standalone when you had them two together? Now, I know that this contradicts what I said a little bit earlier, but the coconut scene in volume 2, that one is really, really good. It's because Coconut is like the youngest out of all the cat girls, and she has this really childlike behavior, and like, I know that sounds bad. I know that sounds bad.
What?
No, all right. I know that sounds bad.
That's going to 5+ nuts. This right here, this is another Azuki and Coconut scene. This is from volume 3. I remember nutting to it at least once. I remember it being good, but I don't remember much else about it. So that's going to 1 nut. All right, and lastly, we have the volume 3 chocolate and vanilla scene. And I remember nutting to this one at least once. This one was pretty good. This one, pretty solid. Pretty solid. So this is my definitive NEKOPARA H scene tier list. If you disagree, your opinion is invalid and you are wrong, thank you. This game is just so important to my entire childhood. If it wasn't for me discovering NEKOPARA, I wouldn't be here today. So NEKOPARA, thank you. The Anime Man, thank you for introducing me to my degeneracy. You're the reason why I'm here today and why I have invested thousands of dollars into being a Foxboy VTuber. I promise you, you'll have a great time if you've never played this series. It's a great read. Genuinely, I actually did like the story, but then again, this is my 5th grader brain talking about where, you know, booba. In my humble opinion, NEKOPARA was just really important to the whole degenerate sphere of the anime community. If you enjoyed this video, go support me on Patreon, where you can see the full uncensored version of this video and my previous video, which was about Koikatsu. All the wonderful juicy biddies that you want to see, which will be uploaded onto the Patreon shortly after I upload this video onto my YouTube. Subbing to my Patreon will help me a lot and help me invest in wanting to pursue YouTube videos like these in the long term. Go follow my socials, join the Discord. That's where I'm gonna post updates on new videos that go live. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, you know, like and subscribe, guys, you know. Go follow me on my new Twitter. My old Twitter got banned because I kept posting Anyway, guys, see ya. Peace out.